my question is for the Wild Force cast.
Wait, that's okay. This season Faunt's not here yet, so we can Wild Force. Time Force will be ready in a few more minutes.
Why is it Time Force all the time? It's Time Force.
So,
while you're so worried about being on time, and time travel, and time this and that, fucking time.
Let him speak.
So, when Disney took over production of the show in Wild Force, was there any change in the feeling on set or anything, or was it just a very smooth transition? You didn't even notice it?
Well, for me, I had never been on a part of Power Rangers before that, so I don't know if it was any different. But what I did feel was different was that we didn't make appearances, we didn't come out and sign autographs and do a lot of the things that I heard other Rangers did in the past. But besides that, man, I couldn't honestly tell you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this was a completely new experience for me, but it would have been nice to do like appearances and this is our first. This is my first Morphicon. This is Jack's first Morphicon, and it's amazing. It's definitely not going to be our last, that's for sure.
Wait a minute, what about the applause for us who have come back?
Yeah! By the way, that's one thing we do would like to thank Jessica for representing for us in the previous Morphicons. We just didn't know about it. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to say thank you guys first off, because I love both of your shows, and to see all of you guys here is like fantastic. But I wanted to ask all of you actually, because you guys had one of my favorite two-part episodes, Reinforcements from the Future.
Can I answer the other question before you?
Oh yeah, no, sure.
Because I had an answer.
Oh, go ahead, by all means.
Because Time Force was Fox, Bandai, and the Disney came in and took over Wild Force. And so there was a difference. There was a change in pace. Unfortunately, the Disney execs weren't all that friendly when they would show up on set. It was like a hostile takeover. But it's what I noticed. And because I was close with production and close with the executive producers, I paid attention to a lot of how the show was put together, how it did in merchandising. By the way, that whole time on Power Rangers, Time Force, Wild Force, did 33% better on merchandising than all the other seasons in Wild Force. The show was doing really well. But the good thing about all of that, during that transition, that real strange, awkward moment in the handover of the show to a new company, the cast was really cool. The cast was great to work with on both seasons, Time Force and Wild Force. And so that helped to make things really smooth, go or feel smooth in terms of the workflow on the set, as we had to relate to it. I'm not sure what the production had to go through. I'm sure they had their own nightmares, but that's the answer to that question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys have a question? I was just wondering, because you guys had that really epic team up where, you got the whole both teams back, and I was always curious because at the very end, you guys hinted at a bunch of stuff. I mean, Dan, your character had like a little relationship that was hinted at. Phil, your character started flirting with the villain for a while. I'm like, oh, where are they going to go with this? What's going on? I mean, if you could have picked up on that, what would you have done? Like, what would you want to see come out of that episode?
I think they just made me flirt with a girl so that, they could take the rumors away that I was gay. Because, I think Jack.
Those are rumors.
Yeah, those are rumors. I got my son in the back. That's proof. But yeah, because Jack and I, we had the first bromance on. I
remember thinking that was kind of weird when you guys were all just running off together.
Well, you and Jason started that, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you and Jason start that?
You started with romance? What?
Yeah, I mean, you guys did Jason.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What was the question?
What would you want to see? What would you want to see followed up on that episode because like it was the last time we got to see the
I
Force.
thought.
You the chair for this man?
I thought that they tied those two episodes up really well into that season. I think it was really concise, and it was kind of, to be honest with you, from what I know about production, it was kind of their tying up the shows as a movie and as a package of the Fox.
Okay.
I mean, because they knew they were heading into Disney, and a lot of them were going to come along to New Zealand. So it was kind of a send-off. Sense. I liked it. I mean, you know, I always think that more of me in the show is always better. That's what I would change. And you know, by the time that Jason and I came back, we were a lot more relaxed as actors, and I think he and I started finding places to just have fun with the characters and do fun things. And I think they allowed us to do that even in the writing, with me having some sort of interest with Allison Pickerman's character. And I wish we could have had a little bit more screen time to explore that and have fun. But, you know, there's a whole bunch of us that got to get on screen and do our thing. So what they gave us was just fun.
Thank you. No, to go back to the whole like, gay comment, there's nothing wrong with being gay at all. I just want to make that very clear. You know, because not at all. We're human beings at the end of the day. It's all about your character. All right, it has nothing to do with
Okay, I got two questions. My first one is for the almighty Surging Shark.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be like the youngest character on the team and how you always got teased by the Yellow Ranger and always being called the kid? How did that just feel for you?
It was frustrating. I'm sure you've dealt with stuff like that yourself, right? You know, you can relate. Yeah, just always having to prove yourself, feeling that you're on equal standing with your teammates or your crew. So it was pretty frustrating, but we worked through it, and they respected me in the end. Cool.
My second question is for the Quantum Ranger.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me make sure you can hear me. There we go. What can I do for you, son?
How did it feel for like the first two episodes being sort of an unwanted ranger when you first got your powers?
I didn't care. I had powers.
Yeah, all about the T-Rex.
It felt great to be the Quantum Ranger, just so you know.
Okay, thanks.
I came to this line with one question, but then Ricardo showed up, and so I have two. So this is my question for Ricardo. How did you get the role of Decker? Were you asked to come back, or did you audition?
Well, I kind of like fell off the whole industry for a little while. Started doing started doing personal training, and one day I just got a call from a friend, and they were just checking out the breakdowns, the daily breakdowns, what was going on, and I guess they were looking for me or something. And long story short, I ended up auditioning. I had to earn it again, you know, and that's it. That's all that.
Thank you. And this is for the whole cast. What Rangers would you guys like to team up with and why? If you could pick any Ranger from before your show or after it.
I'd say the original. I think it'd be fun to go back and meet some of those guys, other than what we met already. So the original season for me.
I was going to say Time Force, but now that Jason does not want to.
Well, we already did our team.
It would be fun, yeah, to team up with some of the original Rangers. Been doing conventions with Walter, and he's a cool guy, so that would be a lot of fun. Also with Nakia, she's amazing in Cap, so
to team up with Erin. Team up with her. She had this.
Tell you something, it wasn't bad.
Power. Yeah, she had this like G.I. Jane type warrior, power. She was a good actress. She definitely would have pushed the envelope a little bit, maybe a little bit harder. So definitely.
For me personally, I'm kind of selfish. I would rather all of them team up with us. Yeah, I think that'd be cool for us to be the main ones and then have them all come and join us.
For me, I'd say Super Samurai, the new one coming out. So that, you get us old guys out there working again. You know what I mean? That'd be fun.
Well, thanks.
If I could real quick, I just want to give a little shout out to Iris over here. This lady, if you would stand up, changed all of our lives. Iris, we love you. This is the She's the one that helped to get us in the door and helped to put us where we are today. Iris, we love you.
Past experience can be pretty stressful, and she helped alleviate some of that pressure by really making us feel like she was on our side while we were going through that process. Thank you, Iris.
And I swear the woman has discovered the fountain of youth because she never ages. She's always, she looks identical. Well, I've known her for 10 years now, so we're with this.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I asked this question at the RPM SPD panel, and I got an amazing response. I want to ask you guys the same question. A couple months ago, I was watching The Avengers, and it was a great movie. But I was kind of disappointed that there was no one who kind of looked like me up there on the big screen. And I was on campus talking to some friends, and I'm like, I was kind of disappointed there was no Asian superhero up there with The Avengers. But then they flipped the question on me, and they said, Eric, are you looking for superheroes that look like you, or are you dwelling on what they do? So I want to ask you guys, should the character's gender, race, or sexuality be the defining characteristic for a superhero, or should it just be something relegated to what they do instead?
If you look at just the human social history, at all of their heroes in any culture, heroes embody things that the popular culture can identify with. So yeah, it's not such a bad thing to want to be able to identify with your hero through your race and your culture and your ethnicity. I think though that as the world becomes more of a global social interaction and melting pot, which it will, you're going to find that the things you want to identify with your hero are going to be more sort of character-driven. Okay, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the struggle and how they go through their process, and those are the things that are always important to remember about how you identify with your heroes. And eventually you'll shed that need to identify with a hero because he or she looks like you.
Welcome, Scott.
I guess I'll give you a more basic answer for me. I don't really look too much at the ethnicity or the color or whatever. For me, it was just simply, for example, I love the ocean. I love, diving and doing stuff like that. So Aquaman was just super cool. So I think sometimes you just relate depending on what stage you are in your life. If there's a superhero who's overcome something that you might be overcoming, then maybe you can relate to him. But not necessarily the way they look. I used to love Superman and he looks nothing like him.
I used to think I looked like Superman.
Well, I know for me specifically, I have my father's Panamanian. He's also black. My dad is Japanese and Chinese. I mean, my dad. Did I just say my dad was black? Yeah. Okay, I'll see if you guys are listening. My mom is Japanese and Chinese. So there really weren't a lot of black Asian superheroes on the screen, small screen or big screen. But that's what I liked about Power Rangers was that it was ethnically diverse. So as a kid growing up, you could actually see, you could probably see, hey, I can identify with that guy. But behind all that, it's just who I. It's your ethnicity. I'm proud of it, but it's not what defines me. You see what I'm saying? So there's the flip side of that. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
What did you guys do after the show? Did you guys go to college? Did you guys have other work? Did you do other stuff?
Okay. What did I do? I continue to pursue acting. I have a family now. I got a little baby boy. Where's he over there? Right there. Yeah, still doing the acting thing, and you know, just trying to make it happen.
Likewise, right after the show, I just started basically auditioning again, trying to, land other parts on other shows, and thank God I've been very blessed and have been on different shows since then and continue to.
I was a little depressed after it ended because, yeah, it was like the happiest time of my life, and then it's over. So I don't know. I was depressed for a minute. Took vacation for like a month or two in Thailand, kind of like that perspective. And then I came home and I just started to grind again. And then, 10 years later, I got a call again. But it's literally, I haven't done much since, a couple films here and there. But this business is tough, man. If you could work one day, let alone on a show, on a series, is just a blessing. So, that's basically what I've been doing since. Started a little side business, personal training, and that's what I do.
I got to be really good friends with an Irish fellow named Jameson.
He was my friend before.
Yeah. And showed me how comfortable the gutter can be when you sleep. Okay. Thank you, Mom. I'm kidding. I did actually finish up getting a degree after the show, but that's something I'd always been working on. I ended up working after the show on a few big films, The New World as a coordinator. I got a chance to work with James Cameron on Avatar as a stuntman. I continued on in my career both as a stuntman and an actor, but the biggest development for me after the show was my web series that's out now called Divergence. I created it with my business partner now, who's also the director and writer, and we're doing really well. It's getting great reviews. The first 6 episodes are out. Go check it out at whatisdivergence.com and see what I was up to after my major years.
When I got the show, I took a leave of absence from getting my master's degree. So after the show, I went back and got my MBA. I also designed my own line of Audrey Hepburn-inspired swimsuits. You can find them at grayswimwear.com. And I'm co-executive producing a web series that some of you might have participated in the past couple days called No Nerds Here. Very much inspired by my last Morphicon, actually. And you guys can find out about that at nonerdshere.com, and hopefully you'll see yourselves in it. Thank you, Jason is actually in the web series.
After Power Rangers, I continued on and done several commercials, and of course, for those who have seen Deadliest Warrior, there's some of the stuff on the History Channel that we've done. I played Alexander the Great a couple of times.
Yeah, I was in that too.
I killed Dan on that. And I've done a lot of print work. I've been fortunate on the modeling side, so I've done a lot of print stuff. So you'll see me in different things. I'm in the back of the Cheez-Its box right now, for example. So I've done a lot of different print stuff. Yeah. I also got married after the show. I have 2 little girls. Just not to each other.
Not to Jason.
And that's it. I have 2 little girls, and jasonfaunt.com is where I keep up all my updates in terms of all our appearances and what I've been doing, and all the print stuff that I've done on as well. So
I had
check it
asked
out.
Jason to marry me.
You said no.
I said no. Check it out. Check it out at what? Say it again.
It's jasonfaunt.com, which is where all the stuff is.
JasonFaunt.com, coming right at you.
I also wanted to know if you guys have read any interesting books lately.
Yes. Have you read any interesting books lately? I read this great trilogy by something Baker called The Darkness That Comes Before. Great trilogy.
I have a 20-month-old son, so I read Good Night Moon.
Real quick, just Scott was going to answer that question there. He's got a lot of stuff that he's doing, so we cut him off by accident.
We love you, Scott.
Yeah, right. These guys are very sick of me telling them what to do. In case you know, I came in from both panels. I'm Scott Page-Pagter. I did the show from the beginning till the end in America. When I finished the show, I did a couple pilots, did music for a few things that didn't go as well as I would have liked, but it's okay. I did a few anime shows that I directed and produced and wrote and did some voices in, and now I'm at Mattel in charge of voices and writing music for the toys and looking for a Superman voice right now, so I've been talking to all these guys about maybe helping me out. So, yeah.
When I read sometimes I fall asleep. So I don't really do that much. But I like to watch a lot of TV.
I don't know, I can't say that. What do you watch there?
Locked Up Abroad. Yeah. I love like Ancient Aliens. I like watching shows like that. Documentaries.
I guess I'm
Tosh Bueno. Gotta watch Tosh Bueno. Before you go to bed, that's the best thing to do. Watch Tosh Bueno because, go to sleep after you laugh. It's a pretty good way to go to sleep.
I would have to say that I'm a little like Ricardo. I tend to doze off when I start to read, and I think we all read a lot when we're reading our scripts or whatnot. So I actually been hearing a lot lately about that 50 Shades of Grey. So I'm looking for somebody to read it to me.
Anyone do audiobooks? Yeah, I'm about that because traffic in LA is ridiculous, so that's a fun little thing to do. Audiobook, Tipping Point, The Life of Pi. They're making a movie out of it. Yeah.
There's this great book by Joseph Medina. He's a molecular biologist called Brain Rules. Awesome book. 12 different ways to understand how your brain works when you're doing stuff. Add that.
The first one, I think you've heard it lots of times before, but so sorry you have. How similar or different do you think you are from the characters you play in the show?
Great question. Super different. I am night and day compared to my character, which is what made it so much fun to play. Starting from the glasses, starting to how aggressive and passionate I am. I just played a very, very different side of who I really am. Sorry, I have to jump in on that one. So I got excited with that question.
I was pretty similar. I mean, I've grown up though as of late, in 10 years, but yeah, it was pretty similar. It was fun to play.
I pretty much identify with Decker. The dark side. I'm on the dark side, so you guys know. Yeah, I pretty much embraced that. I had a lot more fun playing Decker than Cole. Just because,
it's fun to play the bad guys.
Grumpy ain't wake up, Grumpy's go work Grumpy, not smile all day and just get paid for it. Come on, it's awesome.
When I got the role of Eric Myers, I was going through a phase in my career and my life where I was pretty much fighting to get everything that I wanted. I worked hard all my life to get where I was. And so I really identified with that character who was fighting for his whole character arc to get to a place where he could understand what a little peace of mind would be like. And that was his transformation that he made. So I identified a lot with that character. There's a good 80% of my own personality in that character. It's different now for me. And if I play that character again, I might play him a little bit different, but not much. So, thank you.
What else? Oh, my character, she had the episode with her dad where he didn't want her to go to school. My parents in real life didn't want me to be an actress. So that what did they? They were right.
No, not that way.
No, he meant they didn't want her to be that.
It is a hard life, but I love it. So yeah, I was pretty identical to Alyssa in relay.
I would say with mine, with Wes and Alex, Wes is spot on to who I am. Other than growing up very wealthy, that's definitely different. But Wes hit a lot of chords with me, so that was a lot of fun to play. And a lot of people ask me which one did you enjoy doing more. And for sure it was Wes. But of course, with every character you play, there's pieces of you that you can tap into for each character. And that's part of the fun of doing that, is kind of discovering how you get there and finding those pieces that will bring you to that person. But Wes, yeah, Alex, not so much.
Thanks a lot, Kenneth.
Thank you.
So I have one more question. This one Scott can answer it as well. I was just wondering, like, given how similar or different you are from your characters, like, what was hardest about the particular role, and what was unexpectedly easy?
Doing ADR.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Nice to show up.
You're all sick.
Oh, it's gonna sit next to me.
Who are you again?
Listen, we both start throwing fisticuffs. Don't worry, it's just love.
What was the question we lost to Vernon as usual? It makes everyone lose their train of thought. What was it again?
Sorry, can I ask Vernon the previous question?
Oh yeah, the hardest thing about working on
but,
Power Rangers?
Yeah, before that, can I ask Vernon the previous question?
Yeah, go.
Hi, Vernon. I'd like to ask you, how similar or different do you think you were from Rancid? I mean, I'm really interested to hear from you.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't come here to answer questions. I just want to be a bloody nuisance.
Check and check.
That's normal, right? What was it like to play Rancid?
How similar or different are you as a person from your character Rancid?
Should we answer that for you?
Yeah. No. What was it like to? I didn't quite get the question.
She's asking me how similar you were to your character.
Oh, how similar I am to the character.
You need a director here.
Yeah, well, we never had one, so it'd be nice. Especially doing looping. I'm not anything like the character, really. I mean, that's the good, great thing about hit me again, you son of a bitch. It's when acting is great because you can play things that in normal life you would love to be, but you aren't. And the nice thing about it is that when you do all the things you do as the character, when it's over, everybody gets up and says, "That was so cool, man, that was really great," you know, and they wipe the blood off and you do it again. You know, if you're in a pub and you do the same thing, they usually carry him out in the stretcher. So no, I'm not like the character. However, if you'd like to step outside for 5 minutes, I could be.
All right, thanks, Vernon. Should I repeat the question for the rest of you guys? I was just asking, what was the hardest thing about your characters, and what was unexpectedly easy, given how similar or different you are from them?
What was the hardest thing about my character wearing that bloody costume? Just a little funny aside, the second time they put it on me, I went into the toilet in my supposed trailer, which was a 3x4 toilet, and got trapped. And they actually had to dismantle the wall to get me out. That was the hardest part of that character, was wearing that costume.
Well, it's pretty hard because it's hard to get the ego out once the girls a little bit.
Well, you could say it's late in May.
I love it. Just like the old days. Get riled up here.
So, are we going to the rest of us answer that question? The hardest, well, the easiest part for me was the action. That's what I do. The hardest part was the acting. And the even harder part was working with this guy.
The hardest part? I don't know. I loved it. The hardest part was at the end of the season when we were in downtown LA in the middle of the night with fake rain, freezing our butts off. That was hard. The easiest part was getting myself over to craft services to eat all the food.
Yeah, the hardest part for me was we would have literally 6 a.m. call time, so getting up that early every day was new to me. And then, of course, I was getting acclimated to when we did do our own stunts, especially towards the middle and end of the year. Just learning how to properly fight 12 guys. I'm usually used to fighting like 6. But 12 was a challenge, and of course, the stuntmen we're all such good friends, and you really wanted to be careful when you're not trained for that. You can really hurt someone, and just learning how to properly do that.
When he says 12, he just means me.
I think we're running out of time, so thanks, guys.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Questions, though? Good questions, Quantum Ranger.
All right. How did it feel like to be in the suits?
They were good. I mean, they were when we had them on, it was they were very breathable.
Yeah, really? Yeah, really hot.
I don't know what suit you were wearing.
They did special favors for
Wearing
me.
his birthday suit. No, this is my suit. This is the actual suit. Yes. And it was really tight. It was not comfortable at all. I remember they had to wait until right before they started rolling to zip it up all the way because we couldn't breathe, that neck thing. So I commend you all who are actually wearing suits right now. Jacob, right here at the front.
I gotta tell you, I'm getting flashbacks every time I see one of you walking around in them suits. I go, oh my god. Helmets, why are they doing that to themselves?
Let's fog up. You can't even see anything.
It's cool. How did you get the suit and I didn't get anything? I got a growl for you by Toys R Us. I see people wearing helmets and like everything. They may even get a reunion episode.
The fans are good to me.
Actually, for me, to be honest with you, I didn't get to wear the suit as much as you would think, and I guess it was custom made, and I felt pretty good in it. The only thing was the helmet. The helmet was kind of hot, but besides that, it was pretty comfortable.
I'd have to agree with my man Jack there. Yeah, the suit was tight, the helmet was hot.
Also, how were you guys able to film all 14 episodes of both Time Force and Wild Force in such little time, less than a few months?
12-hour days, 6 days a week.
And the magic of that man over there in the sound booth afterwards, and Koichi Sakamoto and his great action team.
Okay, one of my favorite team-ups is Reinforcements from the Future. And my favorite scene from that was Jen's appearance, because that scene's just freaking awesome. And I want to know, what did you guys enjoy the most about Reinforcements from the Future?
You know, when that scene happened, I looked at that, I was there when they were shooting that, and I went, why did she get the cool entrance? What's going on there? I want that, I want to do that.
It's pretty elaborate, yeah, pretty Princess Leia-esque.
I really enjoyed working with them, with the cast, and I loved my scene with Aaron where I got to use a gun. It was awesome.
another scene. I went, why doesn't I do that?
I don't remember any of it.
You weren't in it.
That's why I don't remember.
I would probably just, Ricardo kind of reminded me right now, and I would say when she took the cloak off and we were all staring at it, that was pretty cool.
I don't remember that. I got a loop. There was this girl jumping in the bed and stuff. Yeah. It's been a long time.
And everyone's hot weather, by the way.
Do your boss.
Oh. You guys can do it. You didn't do it last time. Do your parts.
Tacos!
Quantum power!
All four of you. All four of you. Work hard, all of you said at the same time.
What is this?
Of course, I'd have to do mine.
Back again, Red Rangers.
This is for Time Force Red. What was it
Yes,
like?
which one? Which red are you talking about? Would that be...
If I met the guy with the giant car crunchy dinosaur, I would say Quantum Ranger.
Thank you for clarifying that. I'm just ready to go whenever I hear red.
No, I want to talk to the guy with the cool spaceship.
Yes, he's got the cool spaceship, but I have the cool rocket ship. But that's okay.
Anyway, what was it like going from like million dollar stuck up guy to carry guy who lives in a clock tower to policeman?
Well, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had the sets are very elaborate. It was fun playing the different characters. Like I said before, Wes I'm closest to. That's more who my real personality is. But it was fun. I mean, again, one of the great things about being on the show that they can all probably attest to is, you know, one day we're filming in a mansion, the next day we're out in the desert, one day we're by a pool. So it was always so much fun because we were always doing something different. So a lot of fun.
Cool.
And thank you for being such a great fan.
Hey, what's your name, buddy? I'm gonna come find you.
I have a quick question for Dan. In episode 5 of Divergence, you make a little reference to the year 3000.
Yes.
I want to know if that's a deliberate thing.
Hey, man, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that it happened that way. It's interesting that you say that.
My question is for the Black and Blue Ranger. Did you guys really have a good friendship offset?
I hate this guy. I can't stand him. You know? I'm only here because I agreed to do it with my agent. He forced us to do this, but I'm just kidding. No, this dude is my dude, man. I mean, he came on. He was like the last Ranger to come on, and went down. I remember meeting him in the dressing room, or was it the makeup chair? Makeup chair, yeah. And I was like, "What's up, man?" And we just hit it off, you know? And so the stuff that you see on camera is, you know, it's us acting, but it wasn't hard to do, you know what I mean? Because he made it really easy for me.
Thank you.
My question goes to all of the Rangers. If you could cosplay as any Ranger besides your own, who would you want to be?
Quantum Ranger.
I'd have to say with Cole, because he seems to get all the attention.
I have to pass Mike because I'm happy with my character. So I was Fred, and now I'm dead. I'm like both sides, so that's anything there.
I got nothing to say. I wasn't a Ranger, so which one would I rather be? got a lot of money at all the women. Nobody really knows what went on in my house. I didn't have a wife.
Sometimes I fantasize about being the Pink Ranger at night.
I would also be the Quantum Ranger.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to go back to no. They all know I want to say B, but I'm not going to. No, I would say I'd say being with Jason David Frank. I think that was a fun character. He's gotten a lot of attention, did a great job, and I think that would be something fun to know.
You know the Quantosaurus Rex eats the Dragon Zord. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, honey.
Okay, that was our last question, so a great big round of applause to all our guests.